You'll be there. You, woo. I want people to be shouting there. Hello, Titanium Chef. We have been great. We're going to give you a shout out to Titanium Chef, another fabulous food and drink streamer here. We got all the peoples. It's nice. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to get chopping. I'm going to do all of my mise en place on here. So we've got onions. We've got, what else do I need to make? Zucchini, squash, garlic, tomato, corn, red bell pepper, jalapeno. So we got a lot. To cut up here. Hi, Elser. How are you doing? I don't know why I'm doing this? Because it's cold in the house. Do you know why it's cold in the house, Robbie?
Because it's cold outside?
Because it's cold outside and there's no fire in the fireplace.
No, I think it's just because it's cold outside.
I believe that is not the only reason.
Hang on, Dana. Hang on.
That's my story.
Hold
I'm
on.
sticking
I'll
to
hook
it.
you up. I'll hook you up, Dana. There you go.
Oh, thank you. That's much better. It's too hot there. I'm joining you. I much prefer that. Okay, I need to, what was I going for? Oh, bowls. Red onion. That's what I want. There we go. I need a red onion. How much red onion do I need? I don't need a whole lot. I need about a half a cup. So we'll start with that size bowl. And a knife. A knife would be fabulous. Robbie's going to be making us a cocktail today. Thank you for the follow, Scott. Robbie's going to be making us a michelada tonight, which is a beer-based cocktail that you will find in Mexico. So I have pulled, while I'm cutting things, I have pulled some recipes. What have I done here? Okay. For Super Bowl. And if you're not here in the United States, it's a big deal. We eat a lot of food. And you can go online and find things like 110 recipes for things to cook before the Super Bowl. Of course, like 10% of them are buffalo wings. 25% of them are some sort of dip with cheese in them. So I got some things. But if you are a tailgater or have Super Bowl food in your past, what are your favorite types of things to make for game day? Chips and dips. Some things are chips and dips. My plan is to make at least one slider. And I found a recipe for a triple pork slider. So it'll have ground pork and then bacon and then chorizo, Mexican chorizo, not Spanish chorizo. So I thought that might be good. I found one for an enchilada ring that has like a crescent type dough, an enchilada filling in it. You looked at Super Bowl food as food we eat while watching buff athletes who would never eat it. You'd be surprised. They actually will eat it when it's the off season, unless there's somebody like Tom Brady, who I don't know, does he even eat meat? I can't remember.
I think he's kale only.
He's kale only. He's Totus's best friend then. So I'm doing this because there are the two things that I've got to make for this, and it's a lot faster to make the food. The food won't take that long to make. Actually, we should probably make the tortillas before we even do the food, but I'm going to do this. That's the only time of year you'll drink Budweiser. Funny thing, my dad actually worked for Anheuser-Busch, so we always had it around the house growing up. Trust me, not my favorite beer. Just was used to it because that's what we ate. All right, next I need some zucchini and some yellow squash. About a couple of cups of each. We'll see about where we are. That's probably going to be about right here. So I don't know that we'll have Budweiser because that's not what Robbie drinks. If we do an Anheuser-Busch beer, it is Mich Ultra around here. Okay, so this is a pretty big squash, so I'm actually going to do this in half rounds. Put that instead of in full rounds. This dog is eating the wrong food. Which he was doing this morning too. My older dog likes to eat the younger dog's food because, you know, it has more fat in it, which he does not need. So, anybody else, what kinds of things do you like to eat when it comes to like watching games and stuff? What is your go-to? Because the other idea I had was to try and do like maybe 3 different types of wings from different people and see which one we liked best. Hot wings we liked best. Nachos.
Yeah, I do like
Classic.
nachos. We can do the wings. Wings are good.
I think I've got Bobby Flay's, Alton Brown's, it's somebody else's rings. I can't remember who the other person was. Whoops.
Artichoke dip, pizza.
Artichoke dip, one of my favorites. Something quick and simple. Have you been here? Are you new to the channel? Dana and quick and simple. Robbie's over there probably laughing.
Yep, chips and dip, always yummy.
Always good. Instant noodles, interesting. Meatballs with grape jelly and sweet chili sauce. That sounds super, super sweet. To have the sweet chili sauce and the grape jelly. I'm not opposed to the grape jelly, believe it or not. I think I would want to do something maybe spicier. You'll watch Puppy Bowl. We'll watch that too, even though it's ridiculous. But it's cute. Super cute. Oops. Almost got that. That is more than 2 cups. That's okay. We're going to make it work. All right. Anything else from you? Here, you want to read some of the things I found while I'm chopping? It's a good mix of the 2. Enchilada crescent ring, yeah. I mentioned that already.
Everything bagel veggie chips.
Uh-huh.
Buffalo wings, classic. Triple pork sliders.
Yeah. I think I'm definitely going to do those because that sounds good to me. And somebody wanted burgers anyway.
Tequila lime wings.
Sausages and bread at halftime.
Hot wings with blue cheese yogurt sauce.
Yum, blue cheese.
Biscuit wrapped fried chicken.
Oh yeah. Don't you think we need to do that? Biscuit wrapped fried chicken, and it's like a hot chicken. So like you fry the chicken in like little pieces, and then you wrap it up in little biscuits.
And crispy potato skin scoops.
Those are some of the things I was looking at. They're playing a football game before and after a Rihanna concert. They are. So you have sausages and bread at halftime. So what do you think of chicken, hot chicken wrapped up in biscuits, Titanium Chef? And hello, John. We gotta give that shout out to John. Another fabulous, wonderful, and the most energetic streamer in the food and drink category that I watch. So make sure you give that, especially if you want to learn something about Asian food, or you just like watching other people make it. You love it, you don't know if you like it. I even made dumplings with John. Was that just last week? No, was that 2 weeks ago? I guess that was 2 weeks ago, right? You're debating making dumplings and fortune cookies for Super Owl. Super Bowl. I think that's acceptable. I think anything that you want to for Super Bowl, I think it's the time where you get to say, I don't normally make this because it's really not good for me, and I'm going to make it because it's Super Bowl. That's the excuse I have. Or if you like watching a Fast and Furious streamer, yes, Andy, the Fast and Furious chef. perhaps distractible, but then there are many of us like that. So we've got that going. I haven't ever made fortune cookies, John. That's something I would like to learn how to make sometime, is fortune cookies, because that is something I've never done. I think this is going to be more squash than we need, but you know what? It's good for you. It's good for you. When I say biscuits, yes. So like that, not like what you call biscuits that are more cookie-like, but like the American biscuits that you get and have for breakfast. And so to take the chicken, fry it, put the hot sauce mix on it, right? And then wrap it up in the biscuit dough, stick it in the oven, let the biscuit cook around it, kind of like the sausage with the bread around it, right? A pig's in blanket, except this would be a chicken in a biscuit. I can't figure out how to say that better and have a cute name for it. So you've been doing some research. It's not hard. It's all about having fast hands to fold the cookie before it cools. So you haven't made them either? Family 910, did you say you're going to keep things simple today? No, somebody else said I was keeping it simple today. It's going to be pretty simple. It actually is. It's a lot of chopping, and then I got to make the tortillas, and then we're going to make the mixes together. The rice is already made, so that's already done. I need to mince some garlic. And let's see, how much garlic? A tablespoon, so we'll do more.
All the garlic.
All the garlic. Yeah, I think I definitely got to make those Titanium Chef. What do you think? Do you think I definitely got to make the chicken and biscuits?
Yes.
And I'll play with the hot sauce thing and see if it needs more the hot sauce. Remember when I did the hot chicken sliders? Those were good, weren't they? Is Kelsey knowledgeable about the values of Pokemon cards? You know, that is not their expertise. They just decided that became really a pain in the butt for the store. So it's more the games. But you could ask her anything about Nintendo or Animal Crossing, and she can answer those questions for you. Or games in general. I'm just chopping stuff. While I'm trying to talk. And if you say keeping it simple, it depends on, like, you know, I want to talk about menus and stuff. So I didn't put a dip in there. Do you want a dip for Super Bowl? I can do an artichoke dip.
I think a dip would be good.
Okay. So on Super Bowl Sunday, since the Super Bowl starts, I think at 5:30, we'll go on early that day. We'll probably go on around noon so that we can get stuff made. We don't really know what we're doing for Super Bowl yet. I have to see what everybody is doing. My nose itches. Did you know that?
I did not. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Prego. You say grazie. Because I'm practicing my Spanish.
Spanish?
I mean, my Italian.
Bueno.
Again, words. Why can't you just read my mind? I'm saying, Darth is in the house. Hello, Darth. How are you? Go follow Darth. If you're not following Darth, go follow him. That is all. That's all I'm going to say. You know. All of that things. So, Darth, what is your favorite thing to have? If you can type, I want you to be safe. So if you're driving and you can't, don't do it. But what are your favorite things to have for Super Bowl Sunday? Because we've got some things, and I need somebody to eat them, because it can't just be Robbie and I with the amount of food I'm planning on doing that day. For you guys. Although Robbie might disagree. He'll be like, it's fine. I'll eat it the next day and the next day if I need to.
Chicken wings, he said. Chips and dip.
Okay, we're definitely going to do some chicken wings. I've got that. Did you hear me say I'm going to do like little hot chicken pieces and wrap them in biscuits? Stick them in biscuit dough, stick them in the oven and cook them. So it'll be like hot chicken, like pigs in a blanket, but it'll be chicken in a biscuit. All right, I think Rude Awakening TV, I think you said you had the Snoop Dogg cookbook. Do I remember that correctly? Is there anything in there I should be making when I do the Snoop Dogg one? I'm gonna have to practice my Snoop Dogg, not imitation, what do you call that?
I don't know.
When somebody imitates another impersonation. Because it's not good right now. It just sounds like an old white lady trying to do something. I don't know. Hello, Miss Sarah Lynn. He's driving. It's too bad you're not going to come here for Super Bowl so we can have all the best foods, right? A cup of diced tomato. Let's dice some tomatoes. Is that going to be about a cup? No, I'm probably going to do 2 of these. Roma tomatoes. Let's chop some of that up. Get the seeds out. And then I also have the Kinji Walk book. So is there something Asian-wise that you guys would like to see cooked? And we'll check and see if it's in his cookbook. What about you? What would you like to see? Is there anything Asian food-wise you think you would like next month? And you know what this means? Because Super Bowl's on the 12th, I'm not really doing I won't be doing a Valentine's like romantic food thing. I was going to do it on the 12th, but I figured everybody would much rather have Super Bowl food.
We can make some sushi. That's always easy.
Sushi? That isn't made in a wok.
I'm sorry.
So, let's see here. You're just getting a quick, okay, take your quick break. And then what would you like? I haven't even started on March. I know somebody said last stream that they would like to see a burger of some kind. So I'm going to do that on one of the days in March. But what else would you guys like to see cooked? Oh, hey, Darth, did you hear that on Tuesday, I'm going to stream on Tuesday, and we're making a pizza cake.
Allow me to show you Darth or Sarah.
And Sarah. You can see what a pizza cake looks like. We're going to make that on Tuesday. That's to say thank you for the 1,500 followers, finally. We've been trying to figure out what we wanted to do and find time to do it, so we're making the time on Tuesday. Pizza cake. I even just ordered baking pans for it. So I can make it the right way. And then I'm gonna have to find room for the baking pans, because then there's that. So you thinking that's good, Darth? I'm taking it that's what that means. So we've got yoga tomorrow, right? So yoga tomorrow is going to be loving kindness. That's what we're going to be doing. Pizza cake, Roland. Don't miss it. Tuesday, pizza cake. I don't know if it's a thing, but we're going to make it a thing. We have a picture. Somebody else thought of it. I said, genius. Fajita Phantom. Oh, my goodness. And thank you so much for supporting our bear awareness. We really appreciate that. Do you have a rock yet? These people at the end, because I know I took people that subscribed at the end of December and gave them rocks. Did you get a rock yet? If not, what's your word? I may have got too much of this to dice at one time here. Rocky is still barking. Can you guys hear him at all? We've put him in a back room.
I did get a rock.
You did get a rock. Okay. Just making sure. For those of you who don't know, if you subscribe, basically today or tomorrow, yoga tomorrow is still January, right?
Or Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday's still January. Or Tuesday. You can get a lovely rock that will go in my garden with your name and the year and your word for the year. There you go. And it will go into...
More Dr. Pepper cheered 500 to make Robbie cook for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
We've got some tomato. So if you guys are unfamiliar with this, if you cheer 500 bits, you can
Drink more
make
cook
Robbie
less cheered 100.
instead of me.
Thank you.
So he's going to have, oh yeah, we definitely got to get him to do the jalapeno. The rest of the tomato. We've got a red pepper here. We've got corn. I'll even shuck the corn for you. You ready?
So ready, Dana?
He looks like he's so ready. He's so happy. He's so happy. All right. For those of you who don't know Robbie, I could not do this without Robbie. He is fabulous. He does roll his eyes at me a lot because I'll be like, can you do
Hey,
this?
Roland.
How about if we do this?
Oh, she's switching her mind.
What?
Oh, I thought you were going to have me do that.
No. No, you gotta finish the
You were
tomato.
literally saying, how about we do this as you hold the corn?
No. How about, I'm saying that this is what I do to you. I'm like,
Oh.
I'd like to do this. And then he has to roll his eyes at me and go, okay. Although he does that to me too. You didn't mean for him to chop the jalapeno, but he's going to because he's also great with bacon hugs. He is. He's very good with bacon hugs.
Bacon hugs?
Yeah, I guess. Are you
What?
not good? Are you not good with bacon hugs?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever hugged bacon. Are we supposed to be hugging bacon? Is this something I've been missing out on my whole life?
Maybe. And then I gotta see for the, we won't need this whole pepper for that. So thank you so much. We've got a hype train going.
There is a hype train going.
There is. Hello, Brickman.
Hey, Brickman.
You found one of your favorite treats at Trader Joe's earlier. What is one of your favorite treats at Trader Joe's? We just told my my youngest used to love the. They had a spinach cheese ravioli at Costco, and they don't have it there anymore. And somebody said, "Hey, they have that at Trader Joe's." So now they're going to go try that. 2 4-ounce smash patties, one topped with American cheese, the other was Swiss barbecue sauce, pickle relish, thinly sliced onion, grainy mustard, sport peppers, and a length of grilled kielbasa on a pretzel roll. That does sound good. Also sounds like a heart attack.
Goat cheese, bacon, and figs, was it?
I think the bacon wrap things. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coconut flavored almonds,
spoon.
goat cheese, bacon. That is so good. Do you want gloves?
Gloves.
You heard me offer him gloves, right? I did offer him gloves.
See, what you do is you touch the peppers, guys. You get all those oils and whatnot all over your skin, and then you touch your eye later, and it's a party.
So while he's doing that, I'm going to go
But
ahead
don't
and
do that if
get
you
the masa
don't like
started.
pain, because ouch.
It's a lot of pain. So he's doing that. I'm going to start the masa for the dough for the tortillas. And
It's a lot of seeds in this one.
well, and remember, the seeds aren't the spicy part.
But they're intimidating, and I don't like them. Just like pumpkins. Too many seeds.
All right. So I don't quite have 2 cups of my heritage. I hate to say this, but I really do like this other masa, the expensive masa better. It is nicer. So I'm
See,
gonna
so now we've done that, you just touch your eyeball. It's fine.
now mince it small if you can.
Small, she says.
So we were watching, if you haven't come in, we were watching last night, Teeds TV does a cooking competition once a month with 4 streamers. And I'm going to be doing that on February 25th. And I think I can do okay. I think I can make myself not look crazy. Thought it was dates. Yes, there were dates with goat cheese. Oh, right, it was dates, not figs. That is correct. Your first job interview at Trader Joe's. That's exciting. NC-17 rated hot pepper cautionary tale. You do. Might have to put that on the Discord instead of here.
Excellent. We'll look forward to reading that.
So the seeds aren't spicy, Sarah. But the ribs on the inside are. So you want to make sure.
And I got those out of there this time.
The seeds will make the ribs spicier if they're kept in, but they themselves are just bitter. And his girlfriend showed up. Okay, well, we might need to stop that story there, Roland. PGX is coming back. Haven't heard of PGX. Who does the cooking competition? Teeds TV. And so he's got 2 parts to it. What he does is the first part is you have about an hour to cook one of your favorites. I'm going to do a brisket competition chili. Thank you so much for the follow, Felton the Squirrel. And so I'm going to do that. Normally I would let it cook for a really long time, but it's still going to be really quite tasty, even if it's only gets about 30 minutes to cook. It'll just get better when it goes into the refrigerator overnight. I may, if I have time, make some cornbread. And then the second round, and so what happens is chat gets to vote, and then he takes an average score from that, and then he also decides on a number. See, that's how you get your points. And then in the second round, he tells you what you're going to be making. And he posts the recipe the day before, so you don't really have time to practice, but you do have time to make sure you have all the ingredients. And the same thing, chat votes, and he votes on it. Now,
So we will need your support, guys.
so we need your support. Now, he does do donations throughout that, and they go to a worthwhile charity in Australia. I think, what was it called? Second Bite, I think it's called.
That sounds right.
I think it's called Second Bite. And you can do things like have him spin a wheel and choose one of the streamers, and the streamer can maybe gain a minute, have an extra minute, lose a minute. They can go bankrupt. That's only one tiny space on there. They can get his help. So there's all sorts of fun things on that. And he also has things where you donate and give the streamer 10 extra minutes. Or you can make him cook. So there's, if you took barbecue and spicing up the fry, but it's a movie, okay. I must have missed that one. I mean, my major was radio, TV, film, but that was a very long time
This
ago.
too?
Woo! Potent jalapenos.
Do you need to smell it again?
No.
No?
What I need is only about half of that cut.
So this way or this way?
That way.
Okay.
But you might have to take the top off because you might not be able to cut through the top. He's like, challenge accepted.
This is the guy that cuts straight through an avocado. So,
You're very proud of that.
well, I might as well be, because otherwise I'm just an idiot. So you don't want the green part is what I'm hearing.
Or the white parts. No ribs, no seeds. I'm so glad Robbie is cutting some of this stuff. I don't think you would want to cut the corn. Or do you?
No, I'm pretty sure I'm already over, and I'm just being nice
Because I'm doing things.
you're doing things, and I'd like to eat.
And he knows I'm hungry and tired. Oh, dang it.
Are you breaking stuff? Dana?
I mean, maybe?
That's most certainly a yes.
I'm gonna take my masa dough and wrap it up for a couple of minutes. Let it hydrate and not lose its moisture while I go get the, I forgot to get the tortilla press.
That seems important.
It's slightly important when you're making tortillas, yes. I don't want that. I need something else back here. I'm sort of organized today, but not completely.
But not really.
So, huh?
I said, but not really.
But not quite. I wasn't gonna say but not really. I was just gonna say but not quite. Woo!
Does this meet your approval?
Yes, but now it needs to be diced into tiny things.
Tiny things.
Pieces.
She says tiny, and that's a little intimidating. It's hard to cut things small.
Is it?
I think so.
All right.
But I'll figure it out.
I'm
Thanks
sure
for the
you
work,
will.
John.
John, thank you so much for being here. You know we love you. I'm just in my head right now, and I'm hoping I don't do that when I'm on the cooking competition. When I get in my head, that's when I start to make mistakes on things.
Dana would never mess up in this kitchen. We don't have an oops emote or anything like that, or a counter.
Is that your story?
That's definitely my story. It's so weird that she can hear you guys when she's in another room. Yeah, there we go, Pops.
And then when you're done with that,
Boy, she makes me nervous when she reaches over the cutting board and I'm got a knife going.
why are you that bad with a knife?
I am out of control.
Would you like a little bowl for that? That's a scary place to be. Yes, Miss Sarah Lynn. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is.
I don't want to visit there.
You know what happens when I get in
Same.
my head, Miss Sarah Lynn, is that I'll say things, they'll make complete sense.
No, they won't.
Sometimes they won't, but most of the time they do. But then later, like Robbie has had to have this a lot. And he'll say blah, 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 blah. And I'll say, we haven't talked about that. And he'll be like, yes, we did. We talked about that completely. Yours is always a scary place to be.
Don't run away. Yes?
Okay.
I mean, I've got my methods, Dana. They might be a little unconventional,
That
crazy.
That is
Some
a
people
word.
would say terrible.
Unconventional is a word for
But
it.
I mean, this is the help that you get when
Okay.
you
Here you
rely
go.
on Shaq.
That's fine. you can be done with that.
Oh, you're done?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Kanara!
Kanara! Oh my gosh, Kanara! Welcome in. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. How did everything turn out on your stream? Was your pho good? It was pho, right? You were making ramen. You were making ramen. Oh my gosh, look at all these first time chatters in here. Hello, everybody. And thank you so much, Aubrey, for that follow and anybody else who follows. Who do we have? We have Faze and we have Pumpkin Spice Leaves and everybody. So thank you guys so much for the raid. How did her ramen turn out? Did it look delicious? Because when she was prepping it, it looked amazing. Oh my gosh, Seacoin, Aki, Swamp Witch, so many people. Hello, Kathleen from New Jersey. And Shayna, it's good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. The meat tarts had raw dough. Oh, so they're back in the oven. Well, at least it's easier to cook them more than it is to uncook them part of the way. So welcome in, everybody. Robbie did this cutting, just so you know, over here. And Lori, thank you for the follow. Holy cow, welcome in. Welcome in. So if you are first time here, and it looks like some of you might be, my name is Dana. It's Dana's Kitchen. I am joined here by Robbie. You can call him Andy. Hello, G, thank you for the follow. We call him Randy, especially when he makes the cocktails. He is my tech guy and the dog wrangler and a sous chef.
Well,
and
we call me Randy because of Kanara.
Because of Kanara. His name is Randy because Kanara called him the wrong name for an entire day. But it's okay, we like it. We like it. I like it because then I can say you're being very Randy today. So, all right, thank you so much for bringing everybody in here, Kanara. That is awesome. Thank you so much. So we are making some calabacitas con queso tacos tonight because we're trying to be a tad bit healthier. And oh my gosh, so many people, I can't even keep up with you all. Yeah, I think I missed Iridani. I think Juvie. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. Randy, Robbie, whatever, it's all good. Shrobby, drink more, cook less, drink more arsenic. He'll answer to just about anything these days. So welcome in. I got to cook with Kanara. It was so awesome. Yes, Pikachu is here in the kitchen. So we're making tacos tonight, and then we're also talking about what we're going to do for February and March, and yeah, all the things. How are you guys doing? Are you doing good? Because I hope you are. Now I gotta be on my toes. So right now we're just doing all of our mise en place, and then we're gonna make our tortillas, and then we're gonna make our filling for our tacos, and then we'll talk about Super Bowl food and what we're gonna make for the rest of the for February.
And your special stream on Tuesday.
That's right. On Tuesday we are doing a bonus stream. About 5:30 on Tuesday, and we're gonna make a pizza cake. You heard it here, a pizza cake right there. So hopefully you guys can, yes, it's a taco Sunday. These are tacos, Miss Sarah Lynn, that we're making, and then a pizza cake on Tuesday to say thank you to everybody for reaching 1,500 followers a couple of weeks ago. So that is what we are doing. So hi there, Mama Sense. Have I ever heard of a churpumple cake? Yes, Roland. And Pantry Elf actually made one of those, which looked really amazing and very intimidating to make because you got to make, is it 3 pies or is it 4 pies? 4 pies and 4 cakes, I think. So I don't know. I think that sounds like that's about a 2-day stream for me. So for now, I'm not making it, but maybe in the holidays, who knows? Who knows? You like pizza? You like cake? It can't go wrong, Miss Sarah Lynn. It just cannot go wrong. It's gonna be great. What's the pizza bake all about? So Quixotic Jedi, remember when we hit 1,500 followers and I said we'll do a bonus stream? That's what we're gonna do. And depending on how long that goes, I can embarrass myself playing Fall Guys, and you guys can join me if you want to. So that's what we'll be doing on Tuesday. It's a bonus stream. Oh, you got one for your 30th birthday? Was it weird? Because it seems like it'd be weird to eat. Yummy, but also weird. Okay, I still have, what do I have to do? I still have to cut some corn. And then I think...
That's right, you were number 1,500.
That's right. So it only took me 43 more followers to actually follow through on the follower bonus stream. So there we go. All right, corn. I have found that the best way to do corn is to take a bowl, a big bowl, take a smaller bowl,
small bowl,
on the inside, stick your corn in there, and then it doesn't go everywhere. Well, I didn't get all the silk off of that. Then it goes in the bowl. Otherwise, I have floor corn. It ends up on the floor, along with all the other floor stuff. What else did I have? Floor garlic.
Floor salt.
Floor salt. There's always floor salt. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Pineapple. Can we put pineapple in our pizza? I don't think that's in the, I'll have to look, but, oh, is there? There might be. There might be pineapple in it, Sarah, because there's a Canadian layer. Each layer is different. You heard pineapple. There's a Canadian layer that I think has Canadian bacon on it. So each layer, it's going to have 5 layers, and each layer is different. So it'll be fun. Yes, John, it's a pizza cake. Do you need to see a picture of the pizza cake, John, to know what a pizza cake is? It's a bonus stream that we're doing. So, oh, you love calabacitas. Me too. And I think a lot of people, I was talking about this earlier, is that a lot of people don't think Mexican food and think squash, right? We think rice, we think beans, we think meat. And honestly, you find a lot of squash. Like if you go to a restaurant that is run by people who've grown up in Mexico or in Mexican families, you'll find like huevos con calabacitos a lot, which I love. If you get like fish Veracruz, you'll usually get some zucchini with some queso fresco or cojita or something sprinkled over it. So yeah. So this is what we're doing tonight. This one actually isn't going to have any meat in it. The protein is actually going to come from black beans. And it's got 2 layers. So one of the layers is going to be a rice and bean layer that's going to be kind of a mash. And the method of doing that is called casamiento, which means marriage. So we're kind of marrying those flavors together. And then the other layer is going to be the zucchini and the onion and the corn and the tomatoes. So yay, yay, yay. Pizza cake, yes. You're sure it's in the recipe. For those of you who are in here, and I think all of you are following Kanara already, but if you're not following Kanara, you definitely need to get in there. She is also very knowledgeable. She is a food safety expert and canning and preserving expert in the kitchen, and I've learned a lot because I've never really preserved food before, so I've actually learned a lot from her in watching her and asked her lots of questions about stuff. So we'll see. Maybe a little later in the spring, I actually did some pickled jalapenos, so we're going to see how those turned out later in the year, and then maybe this year I'll pickle more stuff because I was a little afraid that I might do it wrong. All right, so before we make all of that, we've got to make our tortillas. I do actually have store-bought tortillas here right now, but I much, much prefer homemade tortillas over that. Some days they work perfectly on stream, and some days they hate me. Some days they get together and just hate me. So this is my tortilla press. And if you haven't used one, before. Hair is, oh, well, thank you. Thank you, CCP. Oh, did we give a shout out to CCP? Oh, we did give a shout out to CCP. Yay! Everybody's ahead of me. Good evening. How are you? So, and thank you for the follow, K Asian Chicken. Awesome. It's not always on point. Sometimes, John, I just give up and I just say it's going in a ponytail today because I worked out and I didn't shower. Robbie loves those days because he loves the odor I bring to the kitchen on those days. Okay, so.
I'm not sure that's correct, Dana.
I like using bags. So I take the plastic bags and I put this on here. Some people say wax paper works for them. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. Parchment paper might work, but I think wax paper or something like this. I don't like saran wrap or anything. It's too thin to pull the tortillas off. Wait, that's the wrong burner. This burner and that burner. Okay. So we're gonna make some tortillas. So I didn't quite have 2 cups of this. This is an heirloom white masa harina that I mixed with some water. That's it. That's all I put in there. You could put some salt in there. I know some people will put lard in their corn tortillas, but typically you would only put lard in with your flour tortillas, but you know, to each his own. If you like the texture and the way it comes out, you do you on that. You want it to have the consistency of Play-Doh. I'm gonna tell you right now, this feels a tiny bit wet, so this might be a problem. Next Level College Chef, thank you for the follow. There's Rocky.
Or Otis.
I mean Otis, that is Otis. I have a perfume called Stay Away. Stay Away. Okay, so we're gonna try this. You wanna make sure you do this on both sides. Otherwise, you will end up with masa stuck to your tortilla press.
And it does happen. I've forgotten.
Yes, I've also forgotten. All right, so we got one side off. Now let's see if we can get the other side off here. Like I said, this one, it might be a little too wet. Although, dun, 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 I did it. I'm talking fancy, chef, yes. And be careful if you're using plastic. You actually don't want that to touch a hot pan because I did melt part of this the other night when I was making tortillas. So we're just making plain old corn tortillas tonight. But what's cool about these is you can play with them. So like if you want other flavors in here, put them in there. You totally can. But there's just something really, really nice about fresh tortillas.
What did Nikki do, Sarah?
Don't try to use your tortilla press as a cooking device. How did she use it as a cooking device? That sounds like maybe not good. So get that turned over there. So what I'm going to be looking for here is maybe a little browning on this. Don't use this as a cooking device. You do not put this on the burner at all. And I will tell you to either use, when you're doing this, either use a cast iron pan or use a non-stick pan. I've got a non-stick griddle here. And if you try to put it on another one, unless you've got a Comel or carbon steel, it may stick, which is no bueno. See, I'm gonna get my Italian and my Spanish mixed up, Robbie. That's what's gonna start happening. So if you're just tuning in, what I am gonna be doing in February on Thursdays is we're gonna be touring Mexico culinary kind of exploration about how Mexican food differs in different parts of the country. So hello there, Onyx Wolf. You're from Canada, excellent. Yeah, she put it on her stove. Yeah, not good. That's not good. Don't put your tortilla press on the stove. It's not meant to cook the tortillas. It's a press. It's meant to press your tortillas. I need to get a plate for these. We're looking for, you know, kind of like when you're doing pancakes and waffles, you're looking for that moisture to leave, right? We want all the nice starches in here to bind. And this is gonna be, it's gonna be hotter down here at the bottom. So this side's really dry. Let's see about that side. This side doesn't get as hot as this side does.
Yeah, our connection hasn't been 100% stable this evening, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It seems to have been better recently, but
So Miss Sarah Lynn, it doesn't matter if it's cast iron. They're not meant to be cooked. The presses are not meant to be cooked on. They are not the same as a cast iron pan. That would not, no, don't do it.
and then you'd have to clean it, and that's already awkward enough just
Yeah.
to clean it from the
right,
pressing
that
of
little
the
piece.
tortillas.
That little piece doesn't like me, so we're just gonna take that off, and this is gonna be a not quite round tortilla. Which is okay, because you know what that means? It means it's homemade. Who wants a perfectly round cookie all the time with the exact like same amount of chocolate chips in it? Then you know it's like probably made in a factory somewhere. Let's see, look.
Dana's just hacking the Matrix, Kanara. It's fine.
Do I have little numbers coming down the screen? I think it's Robbie. I think Robbie's messing with all of you guys, Kanara.
Oh, if only I could take credit for it, Dana.
All right, I'm gonna move this one up here. We'll move this one down here. And then I should have room for a third one. And I can get the next one ready. So far, so good here. Pop's Place, thank you so much for the follow. Thanks for being here. We could do a speedy stream. Maybe it would be a mess. Maybe not.
You don't think it would be a mess? Every stream's a mess.
But maybe it'd be so speedy. I'd be doing dishes in between, like Sonic.
I'm not sure that math checks out, Dana. I think it'd be more of a mess.
Okay.
I know when I do things quickly, whether it's chopping or stirring.
Can we show? I want to show this. Do you see how this is starting to puff up a little bit here? Can you see that? That is a good sign. That means we have a really good mix. You want that on your tortillas. I don't always get it on the tortilla, but they're doing it today. So there's enough moisture in there that it's steaming it, making it puff up, which is awesome. All right. Come on, give me some browning. Give me some browning here. Maybe if I just left them for a second and didn't keep flipping them like
Me?
you.
Oh, that's so sad that I knew exactly what she was going to say.
Put these down here where it's a little,
Well, she says she's going to leave them, and then she moves them again.
but they're still on the heat. I didn't take them off the heat. I left them on the heat. You need to switch computers. Excellent. I felt bad. Somebody was in the competition yesterday for Teed's channel, and his phone, normally streams off his computer, but since he was in the kitchen, he was on his phone, and his phone completely died like right before he showed his creation. But again, I'm feeling pretty good, Robbie, about it. I think it'll be fine. All right, we're starting to get a little brown on them. And they're still puffing up. Woohoo! All right, good night, Andy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're gonna stay with us next time. Woo! Yes. Come stay with me, Sarah. I'll make you all the Latin foods. Oops. Let's turn that one over.
And he says, think of how much beer she'd need.
I can handle it. I can handle it. Look,
Andy,
I got 'em-
we
I
still
got 'em
have
hooked
beer
on.
from that. We overbought.
Well, that was for the party though. We didn't overbuy for Darth. All the PBR is gone. Right?
How do we still have PBR then?
I thought you told me all the PBR
I was wrong.
gone.
I saw more today.
Oh, okay. So now you're looking at me like, we still have some left. What are you talking about? You're the one who told me we. Did you know that we love each other?
Words are hard, Dana.
Oh, can't wait. Can't wait for April.
You'll share your sliders with Otis.
Or not. Let's not do that. I don't know if you guys can see this, but we're starting to get these, when we start to get some of these little brown spots on there, they're just barely there. Wait, let's see, where am I going? There you go. They're just barely there. That is what we're looking for. That and the puffing up. But my dough's probably drying out a little bit, so I might not get as much puffing as we go. This one's kind of thick, but it'll survive. Whew. Looking good. No onions for Otis, that's right, but apparently it's okay because he was just fine after eating your slider with all the onions on it.
You don't get to almost 16 by being immune to some stuff.
You mean without being immune to some stuff?
Is that not what I said?
I thought you said by being immune to stuff. Which would have
Words are hard, Dana.
which would be the opposite meaning. But maybe I misheard it. Ooh, that one looks good. These are looking good, Robbie. They're cooperating. Oh, nope, this needs to stay on the other side. Okay, I squished this one. There we go. I do want to play, there's one place we go that has these amazing corn tortillas that taste and feel like flour tortillas, and I need to talk to the chef about how he does that. I'm guessing he probably puts some lard and maybe corn flour in. Vocab is hard. It is. I was in the kitchen setting up, and Robbie was typing stuff into somebody else's stream for me. He was doing that, and he misspelled so many things, and then it was like, words are hard, and it's like, that wasn't me.
Is this recently?
That was today.
It's today?
Did you forget already?
I did.
See, look at this. Look at this. See? Wait, here we go. That's what we want to see. And if you don't get it while you're doing it this way and you've got a gas stove, you can always turn the gas stove on and wave them over. And if you've got store-bought ones, you definitely want to do that. You definitely want to soften them up and get a little char on them. See, do you see? This is the difference. When I made these the other day, Robbie, they were the other masa, the less expensive masa, and they just didn't come out like this. Because look how big I'm able to get these. He's not really paying attention to me. It's okay. I know he loves me. But now I can make these great big tortillas. There is a tortilla press like this that's like twice the size. Then you can make some super big tortillas. But you know what? If you want to make tortillas and you don't have a tortilla press, that is okay, because actually a lot of people grew up rolling them out. And so it's a perfectly acceptable way. And another way I like to do it is I take a pie plate with you put plastic over the masa like this and on your countertop, and then you just squish it with a pie plate. That also works well. Not as well with flour tortillas, but with corn tortillas it works.
Did you see Sarah's suggestion?
What was her suggestion? Ooh, we should make Darth and Robbie do a yoga stream. That would be awesome. That would be awesome to show everybody that anybody can do yoga.
What's that supposed to mean?
So, Sarah, Robbie actually used to go to yoga with me, and I'd like
Sarah,
him.
has Darth done yoga before?
I'd love Robbie to do yoga with me again. Hint. So everybody bother him. I know he won't do it on the stream,
I was going
but
to say, Dana, it's not my fault that promises were made 2 years ago.
no, I'm not
and
talking about on the stream.
didn't last.
You don't have to do it on the stream. I understand that, even though, I mean, I'm me, I'm doing it. And it helps other people see that, there's not a particular way you've got to look, or you don't have to do things like you're not as flexible as me, right? But you're stronger than me. So there's some things you're going to be able to do that I cannot do because you're stronger.
Puppy cam.
He does. He has his own mat and blocks. He wouldn't be able to get off the floor. Yeah, but you know what? If you keep working at it, you can. We have puppy cam. Excellent. Robbie's going to work on that. Give him a second. I don't think he set up the puppy cam. Woo, there we go. All right, so new people who came in the room, or if you've been here and you just now have decided, what kinds of things do you like to eat for Super Bowl or for a sporting event? Like if you're sitting down to watch a sporting event, if you're not here in the United States, or you're like Super Bowl, yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. Which is okay. What are your kind of go-to foods for that? Because I've got to make that menu tonight too.
Did we talk about sliders for that? Because sliders are really good.
The triple pork sliders, remember?
Okay, we did mention that. Cool. Check.
I should have him do a guest star yoga sesh. Absolutely, if he wants to. Of course, then I'll have to figure out how to do it because I don't have Robbie here. So it's already challenging for me to do the yoga stream because, Robbie does all my tech. These are looking so good. They're looking so good. He suggested it, really. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. He can, if he wants to, he can do it on a chair. He doesn't have to do it on the floor. I can have him do that. All right, that one looks pretty good. Oh, Rocky is back out. Liz! Oh, no, let's see. Wait a minute. Who's Wolf Mom? Wolf Mom. Thank you. I saw Liz's name there at the bottom. Wolf Mom, thank you so much for resubscribing. Oh, my gosh, Wolf Mom. I hated the prep for that. I hated it. It was terrible. I don't know. Maybe he has to go back. He's just not behaving there. So, Wolf Mom, what is your word for the year? What can I put on your rock for you, your word for the year? If you're new in here, I'm do rocks for January, where you put your word for the year down. My word for the year is health. Robbie's is patience, although he says he hasn't decided it. He also has said he needs to work on patience because that was his word last year and he doesn't feel like he quite did that. Buffalo chicken dip, yum. Empanadas. Yes, excellent. He'd be throwing out the swear words. I don't know, do we have I guess we do have family friendly on the yoga. Ooh, yeah, that one's good. Looking good. Those are the two puppies. Otis is the almost 16-year-old. And then Rocky is our Velociraptor Maltipoo, who is about 2.5. Hello, Makawaka. Hello, Scooter Beach. How are you? We'll talk afterwards, Sarah. But thank you again. So what is your word? You still like rolling your tortillas? See, and that's what I'm saying. There's different ways to do them. I happen to like the press because I feel like I am able to get them a little thinner with the press than if I'm rolling them. Teets TV, good morning, good evening. Good evening here. Good morning to you. How are you doing? I was just telling everybody that I'm going to be on your cooking competition on February 7th. So we need to give a shout out to Teeds TV. You guys can follow. And if I recall correctly, you stream once a week and then you have the cooking competition once a month. Hello, it's Meal Prep. Hello, welcome in. Thank you so much with the raid tonight. That is awesome. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, how was your stream? What did you make tonight? And we'll give a shout out to Hello, it's Meal Prep. But make sure you're also following Teeds TV, Darth, and there's so many people in here. John Lung's in here, Cooking Class Pours in here. But give a follow to Hello, it's Meal Prep. She is also another wonderful, wonderful streamer here. And Hippie, hello. Thank you so much for the resubscription. You're looking for more people to be on. So that's the other thing. So you can go follow Teeds TV. And then if you want to be on a cooking competition, let them know.
Drink more, cook less, cheered 100. Thank you.
Thank you, Drink More, Cook Less. That was very sweet of you for those bits. It was a random set of things on yours. You meal prepped. See, I was doing meal prep on Sundays, but then I decided last Sunday I just kind of lost it and decided that I'm not doing that right now. So you don't think you should put the link here? That's fine. You made it to your comfy chair. That's excellent. Yeah, so, okay, wait. Oh, I have a tortilla in here. I should probably take that out. Look at this. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. But you know, at one time, I had a bunch of people coming in, and it was a nade shot, and I did not stop my tortilla making. I kind of regret that. So, thank you, Fajita Phantom, for that lurk. And Mish, hello. I saw you in here, and I just kept saying, I got to say hi to Mish, and I kept forgetting. So, hello. All right, last tortilla in the press. So, hey, Wolf Mom, these are working much better than last time. But I like this masa so much better. I say that, and now this last one is not going to cooperate. Stay there.
Nara's asking, need more what?
He needs more people. He does a cooking competition once a month, and he needs more people to be on it. So I'm going to be on in February, on February 25th. Once a month. And what did you just do? I just heard myself. So the way it works is that you come in and you cook one of your things, and you have an hour to cook it, and then chat and he rate it, and you get points for that. And then you have a second round where you cook what he wants you to cook, but he gives you the recipe like the day before. So there we go. So there you go. So if you want to taste like Teeds right there, you can click that link and you can go put an application in to be on the cooking competition. And I watched it last night. It was quite fun. And don't worry, make sure he gets your score right because math is hard. I'm watching you. I'm gonna watch you. Robbie's an accountant, so he'll make sure the numbers are right. The ingredients the day before. Yep, flour, butter, eggs, sugar, lemon, so there we go, Team Robbie. Oh, you tell us the ingredients the week before? Oh, that's even better. Because Kanara is out there in the boonies. So for her, but you probably have everything you need, Kanara. All right, let's get this last tortilla done, and then let's get cooking some stuff for the inside of our tacos here.
Dana, when would you like your beverage?
Ooh, Robbie's gonna make a beverage. Oh, Randy, I'm sorry. Randy. I need a cocktail. So Robbie's gonna make us a michelada tonight. So there we go. Because that's why I want you to give me the recipe now so I can practice. Do you not understand this? I'm not a rule follower. Kanar is my friend. We are not rule followers. We only look like we're rule followers. All right, get this over here. And once you make your drink, then I will start.
So I need to double that,
cooking these
huh?
other
For 2
things.
drinks.
Yes. So a michelada is a beer drink from Mexico. You're bad at math. Everyone knows 6 + 7 is 15. Yeah, you had another math error in there, but I thought that might be not good to
Well,
show.
it ended up not
twice.
affecting the
and
results,
it didn't.
so.
Yeah, it didn't end up meaning anything in the results, so it was fine. So I know, hippie, run, dear. So what were you cooking? So hello, it's me. It's meal prep. Were you cooking dinners, lunches, breakfast? What kinds of things, or was it kind of all over the board? Because I was trying to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we did pretty good. But it was just taking. I was on my feet a little too long without a break in the kitchen, with bad knees and stuff. Although, hopefully that won't be an issue anymore since I'm now finally getting my knee shots. Randy, where the heck are you? I know. All right, you want to tell them what you're making?
I'm making a hot sauce mix right now.
Okay, and what all is in your drink?
Melinda's
Come on over.
very
show it,
spicy
show it,
reserve
show it.
habanero pepper sauce.
Can you come show it to them?
I could,
Okay.
but that would be more work. Hot sauce, Maggi seasoning.
Good
there
job.
There we go.
And
And Worcestershire sauce. That's already in
so there we go. Hello, vicariously through you.
Now we're
How
going to be
are
adding
you?
the fresh lime juice.
Woo! This is hot.
Hot
Where am I?
things are hot still, Dana?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't touch it. It's just like the heat is like coming off of it, and I need to find a place to set it down where I'm not going to melt stuff. There we go. Well, Rocky, if you touch that, that would be bad, but don't. And lime juice.
And a lot of lime juice.
A lot of lime juice.
2.5 ounces per
Worcestershire.
drink.
That's the hardest thing to say in English sometimes. For some of us, it's other words. Like sometimes it's just my name.
I'm just going to stir it tonight.
Okay.
And then we're going to add beer.
Would you like me to go get the beer?
That'd be excellent.
Okay. But you got to talk while I'm gone.
She could still talk. She's on a wireless microphone.
Yeah, but he's the one who's supposed to be entertaining.
Otis
you.
is over here like, where's my beer, dude? Hi, guys. I'm ready for a beverage. She already made me chop tonight.
So we don't have any Mexican beer.
Which is fine. It'll
So
be
I'm
fine.
gonna give you Sapo.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Revolver is a fruity beer, so we don't want a fruity beer with this. And then Shiner is a Bock. We have the Shiner Bock, and we don't want a Bock beer for this. So I think this is going to be closest to a Modelo or something. Yes, Wuchichi sauce. Exactly. Feed you. We're getting there. We're going to make it's not going to take long to make the stuff for the tacos.
Nope, still dropped it.
You did.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for using your Prime subscription here. So, hello, it's Meal Prep. Here's what we're doing this month. I do this in January. I have these rocks. They go in my garden. Ooh, we are lagging. And your name goes on it with the year and your word for the year. So what is your word for the year? Look, did you see vicariously? There's your rock.
Would you like to show it?
Yeah, I could do it this way. Do you see how much we're lagging? And then on the other side, you got your word. So think of your word, hello, it's meal prep, so I can get it on your rock. And Hippie, I've already got your rock done. You get a rock. Pivot is your word. Perfect.
I like it.
I do like that word. Somebody else had pivot too.
Pivot.
Who else had pivot? Somebody else had pivot. Okay. Is this one mine?
Yes.
I get the.
Yours won't all fit in there because it's a larger beer.
I get the Rusty Rhymes cup.
Did you want a picture of that? Yes, no.
Yep, tastes like a Michelada. Yeah, I like doing it. And you know what, Teeds, what's cool about it? I put the rocks in my garden. And so at the beginning of January this year, I pulled all the rocks off and rinsed them off and had them in here. So if somebody was resubscribing this January that had been here, we were able to say, so how did you do on whatever their word is last year? Or I'd ask them first, do you remember what your word is? And about half the people remembered and half did not. So you're going to just crawl back under your rock now. Do you remember what your word is for this year, Hippie? I want this to be colder for some reason. Yours is confidence. Excellent.
I think this drink actually was supposed to have ice.
Well, then that would explain it.
Everything was chilled except for the drops of hot sauce.
Yeah. Okay, I got to make some things.
I can get you some ice. Would you like some ice in there?
I would like some ice in there. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a bunch of olive oil in this first pot. And I'm going to switch cameras so you can see what I am doing. All right, we've got that. We're going to turn that on.
It's very full now.
Well, thank you for that. You can also, if you're doing a Michelada, what's really good is if you take the tangine along with some salt and you put that along the edges of this, it's really good. So you get kind of that burst of salinity along with the that tart kind of citrusy taste to it. What just happened up there? Oh, okay. Yours was Serenity. Okay, we're gonna see how you do with that. So we want to put about half of this onion in here because the other half is gonna go in our other pot over here when we get over there. And this is actually gonna cook for quite a while, for about 7 or 8 minutes. And I've got it on I'm gonna put it on a little bit lower. We want this onion to actually get pretty dark. So this is kind of what we're gonna be calling our casamiento, right? So this is our marriage. We're gonna be marrying our rice and our beans together along with some other flavors, but starting with that. All right, and once that's done, then we're gonna add our black beans. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that. There's a lot of bowls tonight, Robbie. Hippie, how many bowls did you use tonight? Did they count?
I think you've inspired her to use as many bowls as possible, Hippie.
Did we give a shout out to Hippie?
I don't think we did, actually.
We need to do a shout out for Hippie then, because Hippie is also another fabulous food and drink streamer. All right, I've got my black beans. They are open, they are drained. Over in this pot over here, I'm going to add my zucchini and squash with some olive oil. And I probably do.
You know, Family 910, she said that there was going to be a simple and quick
This is-
stream, and she's got 2 pans
It's simple.
going, and
It's not complicated.
Hippie says 8 bowls, but I recleaned a few.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I may have used more than you this time. Oops. There goes zucchini on the floor.
Zucchini.
Now I just want to be really careful with the onion. I don't want it to burn.
That's right, Sarah. You guys were doing that this weekend, helping out the niece.
Oh, I forgot that you were doing that. So I'm going to be really careful because I do have a tendency to burn garlic, as you know. More bowls. See, I don't have to wash mine, Hippie. Does Lady wash your bowls? Or do you have to do your own dishes? See, they're starting to get dark. They're not burning. So we probably aren't going to need 7 or 8 minutes. I think that this is wrong. I'm going to give it just about a minute or 2 more. And get this going over here. Pick up my floor squash. That can go in my trash bowl. It depends on how tired you act. Oh, lady, are you listening?
Gina, I'm very tired. You're going to have to do the dishes.
I have a couple of times done the dishes when you have actually been tired, but not believing it today because by the time he woke up, I had made a grocery list, gone to the grocery store, and made the menu for tonight. I had taken care of the dogs. I had done something else too. What else was I doing? Oh, done my Italian for the day because I'm trying to teach myself Italian since we're going to Italy in April. So I'm trying to about 3 or 4 days a week do a lesson so that I can at least get us from A to B in case somebody doesn't speak Italian, although I know in most places they do, but we'll be going into some smaller towns in Tuscany. So, a marriage of beans and rice. Pouring rice and beans in a jar like a unity ceremony. Maybe that's part of why it's called the casamiento. And he got extra sleep in that time. Exactly, Pops. Exactly. So I don't really feel guilty on Sundays when that
Pops,
happens.
I thought we were cool, man. Pops.
Oh. So much fun. Okay, my beer, by the way, is gluten-free beer. So Robbie has the much better cocktail than me. The gluten-free beer is okay, but you know what these are good for? The micheladas are so good on a beach or by the pool. That's where I like to drink them. All right, black beans are going in. So I drained them. I did not rinse them, and I might have, let's see if I was supposed to. Nope, just drained. I did it right. Oh, I forgot to chop up some cilantro. So I'm gonna let those soften just a little bit more in here, and then I'm gonna start mashing them up. And I'm gonna need a different spoon now that I got that going over there. I think this needs a little more oil. Because I have more squash in here than I probably need because my yellow squash was huge, huge. No se, Dana, no se. It's pretty close though. You can say in Italian it's io no so. So io no so is I don't know. I'm on your side, her, Robbie. That sounds like you're trying to not choose a side there. All right, we're gonna start mashing these beans up. I need to add some salt. It says to add salt, but I don't know. We'll add a little bit, which is slightly more than a Robbie pinch, because a Robbie pinch is like not putting salt in something at all. Do mash. I'm on your side here, Robbie. Pretty sure lack of sleep made him sick. I'm not saying he can't sleep, but we went to bed at the same time, Pops. And I let him sleep in because during the week I sleep in probably a half hour to an hour longer than him, because I don't generally schedule clients early in the morning. That's not true this week. I'm going to burn one of these because I'm trying to do two things at one time. That's going to happen. Now your grammar gets attacked. I am the grammar and math police, Pops asked Teebs. So mash those beans up because this is going to be like kind of almost a spread on our tortilla. They say older people need less sleep. Lies. Lies, Miss Sarah Lynn. Complete and utter lies. All right, I'm going to add my garlic in here. We like garlic, so we're putting more garlic in there than it called for. It's also supposed to have a little butter, which I'm not supposed to be having right now, but the recipe says I'm supposed to put it in there, so we're going to. Just for flavor. So Teeds, on the competition yesterday, were any of them food and drink streamers, or were they all gaming streamers? I'm just curious because a couple of them really seemed to know what they were doing in the kitchen, and a couple did not. Even though they came out great, or parts of everybody's came out great. Fibberies, exactly. How's that low sodium going? Use all the butter. Use all the butter. Exactly. The scale won't lie. That's the problem, Sarah. The scale will tell on me. I'll go back to butter and real bacon and all that good stuff eventually. And when I make the brisket chili on February 25th, that's going to have all the fat. All right, that's kind of mushed. Let's get some rice in there. Oops, more floor squash. So now we're going to mix that up.
It's all coming together.
Mm-hmm. So we want that to be completely mixed up, and this is our casamiento here. I don't think anything else goes in here. Cooked rice.
Is the rice pot ready to be washed?
Yes, you can wash the rice pot. So that is going to be ready to put on our, that was, by the way, 1 cup. I cooked 1 cup of rice, and that's what went in here. It wasn't very clear on whether I was only supposed to use 1 cup of cooked rice, or I was supposed to cook 1 cup of rice and then use all of that. Oops. So, hello, P. Goaty. You can't help it that you have a closer relationship with gravity than the others. I know. I'm like, I'm not overweight. I'm just short. Okay, let's get this off this heat. I'm going to pull this over here. that's not the one I want to turn off. I want to turn that one off, and let's get the rest of the stuff in here. So we need some salt and pepper in here. Darsh says, where's the beef? There's no beef in this. This protein is going to be the black beans for this particular taco. So now we need onion, tomato, corn, bell pepper, and the chili. So here goes our bell pepper. Here goes our onion. Here goes our tomato. I'm going to leave a little bit in here because I don't need quite that much. We're going to put all the spice in there. So what do you think of the michelada? And does the corn go in right now?
I like it. It's a good mix of like a margarita and beer with all the lime juice.
He just yelled a dirty swear word or Jen. Again. I'm missing a, oh, you washed it. That's what happened there. Guess you're gonna have to wash that again. This is a veggie taco tonight. You could put meat in this if you wanted to. You could do this and then do like a picadillo, which is a ground beef with some veggies, all different kinds of veggies in it. Usually has something sweet in it too, like a raisin or. But that would also be good. Not the bowl, I know. Hello, sort of Jan Nike. Welcome in. I do have a Discord. You can see a couple of people there have looked it up. In my Discord, I want your ideas on what to cook. We have a regrettable food category. So if you see something and you're like, why? Like, I don't know, pumpkin spice margaritas. You can put that in there. And I think Pops and I, and possibly Darth, we're talking about maybe doing a regrettable food stream where we cook something that maybe came from the 70s or 80s, because Pops has got some really awesome microwave meals that came out of a 70s book, all about cooking your whole dinner in the microwave. So he needs sustenance, woman, his words. It's got beans in it.
And I believe the next one is the salmon ring, isn't it?
Salmon ring in the microwave. Doesn't that sound delicious?
Or will it be a culinary disaster? Find out on Pops' channel.
Find out. You can make that for the regrettable food. So we need to set a date for that, Pops.
Give you another shout out now that we're, clearly.
He said put a donut in there. So donuts have no sustenance whatsoever. You can eat that and feel like you've eaten nothing. They're delicious, don't get me wrong. I love donuts. You're free all February except the 25th and 26th. Well, good. I'm already on another cooking show on the 25th, so I wouldn't be able to do it then. Unless I went on Teed's channel and made a regrettable food thing. What if I did the microwave meat ring? Is my food thing. Just joking.
Sounds like the type of thing you would do if you wanted
We're
to
better
tank
back. The microwaves in the 70s were about the size of a small car, and you put them on your counter and they took up all of your counter space.
It sounds like they made amazing food then, Dana.
The microwave smelling like fish for eternity, right? Like we don't let people microwave fish at work. Or if we do, we all do this to them. We're all like, so there we go. All right, you ready for a taco? Do you need meat in yours? I've got ground beef I can heat up.
It's fine.
You're good? Robbie is good. He's good. We're gonna put our tacos on here.
I already had leftover lasagna today, so I've already had some meat.
I have not. Today is well, that's not true. I did put a little turkey sausage in my eggs this morning. All right, let's see if I need to heat these up a little bit. Nope, they're still pretty good. Look at this. Look at that. So we're gonna spread this on here all over. I think I probably could have smushed the beans a little more there. Look at that. I mean, come on. This is like a healthy Taco Bell that says, let's put everything on a taco. Ever. All the things on a taco. It's colorful. It's flavorful. We're going to put some cold tomatoes on there. Darth is like, this looks healthy. What are you doing, woman? Am I right? Am
Pops
I right?
is thinking, oh, it's healthy. I could eat it.
Yes. You could eat this. Pops, you could eat this. There's nothing in here that's bad for you, really, other than that little pat of butter I put in there. And then we'll put our veggies here.
Where's the cheese?
Oh, I forgot the... Hang on. Hang on. Thank you for reminding me, because we are missing... Oh, I put the rice in. It's okay. Everything's fine. Cheese.
Dana, there's rice in the other pan.
I know. Here, we're going to
Yes,
some rice.
that'll work. Yes, just move it right back. Tell only the rice to move back.
It needs bacon. Where is the cheese? Thank you, Just Joe King, for reminding me the cheese. And I need to get the cilantro cut too. This has a little of the meat from the other day in there. All right, I'm gonna cut a little of this off. We're also gonna put a little feta in here because I should have more of this, but I just don't. And I wanna, this little area that's a little dry, we don't want dry cheese, we want nice cheese. Let's get that in there. I don't know, do we need more cheese? That might be enough.
That looks like enough cheese.
Okay, now I need to heat that back up so that melts. If I had the top out, you could put the top on there. I would have been so mad if I'd forgotten that, Just Joe.
Literally, after every stream, we realized that she's forgotten at least one thing.
Not every stream.
Just about.
Some streams, I forget to do
So
something.
we're putting stuff away, and then Dana's like,
Oh, I
right,
forgot
that
that.
ingredient that's still on the counter. I was supposed to use that.
This is going to be so much better with the cheese in it.
So, Pops, it might not be quite as healthy now.
But you could put less cheese in there if you want to. Let's get that melted. Get to melting. And we're going to get some cilantro here while we're waiting.
She was just messing with me. There was literally like a taco ready to go for me to eat. And now that taco's gone.
You know, it's all
And
about...
I'm sad and hungry and sad.
You know what I can do while that's melting?
And
No, I can
hungry.
get these ready with all the rice stuff. And my tortillas were warm. I'm going to pull... That one had rice on it, so that one's going to have to go that one. I'm going to get a couple of warm tortillas.
Pops, me neither.
What did he say?
Dana's been cooking healthy this month. What kind of cheese is it?
This was queso fresco, and I'm making a mess on my countertop, but that's okay. You know why? Because we're all family here. So if you have a top and your stuff is still hot, just throw that cheese in, put a lid on your pan, take it off the heat, and let it sit for a few minutes. Woo! That was apparently sitting over the heat of the other. I have a very bad habit of leaving spoons in things and them getting hot. There you go. You has all the fatty foods. Salsa is healthy, yes. We'll get our rice, our casamiento, rice and beans on these. While that is melting, I think I can turn that off now. And see, because I left the spoon in there again, but it's not hot. Yeah, I think I burned my finger. I'm not always this messy.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Well, I don't know what stream you've been watching, Dana, but yes, you are.
No, I'm not. You're making me look bad in front of the new people.
I don't do anything. Really, maybe. I might make clips and
Okay, all the heat's
Emotes.
off. I can put that in there. Now.
Teeds TV says so messy.
You're supposed to be on my side, Teeds. What are you doing? There we go, some cheese. There's some cheese in there, Robbie. This is an authentic dish, guys. I know you're like, what's going on here? But this is a real thing. And you can actually just serve the zucchini by itself as a side dish if you want, or you can add meat to it if you want something like that. There, now we'll put that on there. I've made a mess. Shh, don't tell Robbie that I said I can be messy.
Shh, don't tell Tina.
What did you do? You gave a shout out to yourself. Go follow Drink More Cook Less. Never streamed, but that's okay.
Not yet.
Maybe one day.
Waiting for the right moment.
Are ya?
Could you pull that plate a little bit towards you, please?
No. That's your job. Is he allowed to still be my tech guy when we're competing? Because otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. And then we're going to put some cilantro on there because cilantro does not taste like soap to us. So we are okay.
Maybe it does, and I just haven't realized this whole time I like the taste of soap.
That's possible too. That would be like you. All right, I got to clean the counter now because this is not good. Kind of looks like a little kid was playing with their food on the counter.
Or that I was chopping again.
Or that you were chopping, that's true. And you were chopping. All right, there we go. Come on, that looks pretty good. We're gonna take a picture of that.
They make cilantro flavored soap.
Who would taste it? All right, I'm gonna do it this way too with a drink. Because we gotta take the pictures for the Discord, right, Teeds? You gotta take the pictures. This is in the way, as is other food on the counter.
Look
I'm
at Dana trying to put me out of a job. I won't be a photographer anymore. Next, she'll be making her own emotes, doing her own dishes.
One of us actually was a professional photographer. Which one of us was it? All right, come here and eat. Come here and eat. You should make and test Medibles. You want to do that?
Dana, are you dropping half
I
your
am.
taco
Hello,
on the floor?
Colorado. How are
Hey,
you
Colorado.
doing? Is somebody in here who can give Colorado a shout out? Very family friendly, lovely, lovely stream. Go give her a follow. Medibles.
It's pretty good. Pretty good for a veggie dish.
I even think we could put like a little cumin in with the veggies. Give them a little bit more flavor, but they're really good, just as is. Right. I'm not eating off the counter. You're eating off the counter.
No, you're eating off the counter.
Lies. We're good. We're good. How are you doing? I'll try not to talk with food in my mouth.
It's so much fun eating on camera, Dana.
I know. Well, you'll take this over while I talk about all the other things. You dropped a squash.
You can't prove that.
I'm happy to share if you want to come on over. It's kind of messy over here. There we go. Look at the mess you're making over there.
I'm pretty sure that was there, Dana.
Can you not, look over here?
Yes, look at the side of the counter that you just cleaned up.
I didn't clean it up. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's double squash at that point.
It's squashed squash. That's what it is. We're supposed to be getting some ice starting tomorrow sometime. All right, we got things to talk about. I'm gonna rig. I'm just quick. You ever been to those restaurants, when it's really nice and they're constantly cleaning stuff up and you never get a chance to see it? And then sometimes you're like, wait, what just happened to, what? You're not gonna take these 2 tacos over there?
I thought I'd let people see it, but first one to grab them wins.
We got enough to make a few more. Before the cheese, though, you know what, Kennard? We could probably find a good vegan cheese that's not, so that it doesn't bother you. Not that I'm super excited about vegan cheese, but I know that I can do Parmesan if you use like cashews and garlic salt and some nutritional yeast. It makes a pretty dang good substitute for Parmesan. Dar says, I'm yelling at Robbie for making a mess and I didn't put any meat in those tacos. This is true, and I'm still going to yell at him for making a mess. It's all good. You do have a cheddar that you use, which is okay. Yeah, Robbie and I went someplace and they called HG Supply. I don't know if you guys have it. I know that they have restaurants around the country, and so they do have vegan dishes. They have some good non-vegan dishes. And they were like, oh, we're going to give you this vegan queso for free. And Robbie and I were like, it's not queso. But nutritional yeast is wonderful. So, all right, hang on. I'm going to eat this and then we're going to talk. All right, so I'm hearing for Super Bowl food, I think we're going to do sliders. We'll do the triple pork sliders. I'll come up with some sort of dip. Excuse me, I'm going to drink some water. To do with it, since that seemed to be a big thing that you guys wanted, we're going to do some buffalo wings. And then I'll look at the other stuff I have and maybe pick one more thing. You haven't found a good one yet? Yeah. Somebody told me Sprouts has a good vegan Parmesan, but I haven't tried it.
2 weeks.
What? Oh, it's 2 weeks. It's on the 12th. Yes, stare at me while I'm doing this. I'll see that. I'll feel it. I'll feel it through the camera. So we'll do that. Tomorrow is yoga at 10. Tuesday is pizza cake. So we'll go on somewhere between 5 and 5:30, depending on when Robbie gets over here. And then for the rest of February, we're going to be doing, on Thursdays, we're going to be doing regional Mexican food. So on the 2nd, on Thursday of this week, we're going to do food from the Yucatan. And I'm so excited because so much of their food has sour oranges in them. And usually you have to make your own sour orange juice because they're not available. But my grocery store right now is having a citrus fest and actually has sour oranges. So yay! I know, pizza cake, there you go. And then I'm gonna talk to Miss Sarah Lynn. Maybe we'll get Darth in on yoga tomorrow. On Sunday, we have Pop's Meal Redemption, which is a sushi bake. And, oh, by the way, yoga is going to be loving kindness is the theme I'm going to have tomorrow for it. On the 6th, we have yoga again, and I'm going to start doing the yamas. So if you're unfamiliar with yoga, here in the States, we tend to focus on the postures, and that's not what really yoga is. Yoga is a way of living your life. And so the postures are like the third part. So the first and second parts are called the yamas and niyamas. And the yamas are how do we treat each other? And then the niyamas are how do we kind of self-reflect and improve ourselves over time. So I'm going to start on the yamas. So the first one is ahimsa, which is non-violence or non-harming. We're going to do Pacific Coast Mexican food on the 9th. You can catch all this. Robbie's going to put it all down below when he gets a chance. So that includes places like Jalisco, which is where tequila is made, Oaxaca. So you've probably seen cheese and chips and stuff from that area. So it's going to be awesome. He is denying he volunteered. Sounds like you may have told him, Sarah. But, and then of course on the 12th, we'll do Super Bowl. 13th yoga yamas is asteya, which is not stealing. It does not mean exactly what you think it means. It's like, how do we steal from ourselves and from other people with time and other things? 16th will be Taco Thursday. We'll be doing stuff from Veracruz, so you can bet that there'll be some fish tacos in there. On the 19th, I want to cook something out of Kenji's book because I got it for Christmas, and even though I flipped through it, I have not cooked anything out of it. So that was one question. Does anybody have anything in particular that you think might be fun to make? Do we want to do like a rice bowl, or do we want to do like noodles? Like, do we have an idea of what we'd like to do out of here? So think about it, and if you have an idea, type that in. The yamas that week will be Satya, and yoga on the 20th. 23rd will be Central Mexico. So that'll be like Mexico City and stuff like that. 25th, I'll be on Teeds TV on a competition. I will be making. So if you saw me cook chili with Kanara, we did a smoked brisket chili. I'm not going to do a smoked brisket chili because I don't have time to smoke a brisket. But I am going to do a brisket chili for that. And if I think I have time, I'll do a cornbread. And I'll have more information about that so you guys know what time to find that. On the 26th, I want to cook out of this cookbook, which is another one. This is the one my daughter got me, which is Snoop Dogg's cookbook. And this chili's going to be good, Just Joe. It's going to be amazing. Noodles out of the wok book. Okay, that'll be new for me. Mine are usually rice. So I'll pick something out of that. And if you have anything, if you know this book and you said, like, you got to make this, let me know. And then, of course, yoga on the 27th. In March, we're going to do burgers. Is there anything else anybody else wants to do in March? What food would you like to see me cook? This is where you can help me. Because thinking is hard. I think that's all the stuff. I have my list. It says business, because we had business to conduct in here. Are there cocktails you want to see? Or the ceramic cooktop? Oh, dough. Oh, well. Not even the flat bottom woks. You can't even use those on there. That's too bad. But what I like about Kenji's books is I like just reading the science behind the stuff. You know? So that's what I like. So no thoughts, huh? You know what you can do? You can go into the Discord as you think about it this week and put it into ideas for streams. I'm trying to get everything kind of set up in my mind because as we get closer to Italy, I'm sure my brain is going to be more on Italy. When we get back from Italy, I'll be making a bunch of Italian food, like food from our trip, flavors from our trip. So that's what we're going to be doing. So burgers in March. I know we've got to add those in there. And if you guys come up with anything else, let me know. I haven't thought of a theme or anything. And in yoga, we'll just, if I keep having enough people in yoga, we'll just keep going. We'll keep doing it. It's partially for me to help me with my yoga practice, because yoga is something you should be kind of practicing every day, whether it's breathing, mindfulness, whether it's just looking around and saying, how can I relate to this person without doing any harm, that kind of stuff. You're good with themes. So, and Pops and I are going to try and put something on the schedule to do a regrettable food stream. And if anybody wants to join us in that, we'll do guest star. Streaming something is a good way to commit to doing it, right? Or putting it on a rock on somebody else's stream where they can say, Pops, how you doing? Accountability. All right. Have you guys got somebody you want to go see? Should we go visit somebody? Who's out there? Who's new? Who should we go support? Robbie is, mine is, yeah, this is not working. Let's see. I know that science, so exciting. Science Streams just got partner on the same day his daughter was born. How awesome is that? Or got partner the day after his daughter was born. That is super, super awesome. Is he about to get off? What about Cupcake Decks? Are they? How long have they been on? George is on. 19. Did we? She's been on for only half an hour. Okay. That's cool. All right. Can I see the chat again and see if they've given us any ideas? He's been on an hour longer. Oh my gosh. Jacques Strap. I don't know who that person is. You want to go over and... Oh, you're being funny, aren't you? You're being funny. Now, what are you doing, Sarah? Sarah? Next time you ask me for advice, I'm going to give you the wrong answer. So do we want to do George or do we want to do Cupcake Decks? Cupcake Decks.
Have we ever been here before?
I think we have been there because she does all the cooking Pokemon stuff. Or maybe I just went in there and hung out in there, which is possible.
Pop says cupcake.
Cupcake. All right, let's go do Cupcake. That made it easy. All right. He said it, and then you repeated it. You are responsible for your own actions, young lady. Baby schedule is real. I know. All right, so we're going to go see Cupcake Decks. And guys, thank you so much for being here and hanging out. We said we were only going to be on for like an hour and a half, but we got to 2 hours, so there we go. You guys have been a big help. And again, we'll be on tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central for yoga. Come and join us. We'll be on Tuesday at 5:30 for pizza cake. So thank you. What's going on? Oh, are you doing? Okay, hang on. You're just... Raiders hold hands. That's right. Raiders hold hands. Hello, words are hard. Words are hard. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for bringing your energy and your fun into the stream. Thank you again for all the raiders. If you're still here from a raid, thank you for hanging out and sticking with us. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And go out to the world and be you, be kind. We need more kindness in the world. So good night, everybody.